Hello internet, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. I wanted to talk about something that has been floating around in my head recently. I don't know if you heard about it, you probably did, but Sony canceled 2 live service games. One of those games being a God of War live service game. Yeah, you heard that correctly. And another game was going to be a live service game from Bend Studios, the people who made Days Gone. Those things kind of led me to think about just how the industry just in general is trying to chase this live service trend, especially Sony in this case. We know last year they were trying to do it with Concord and that failed. You know, the thing with Concord that I think just made that game fail was, first, you had to pay $40 up front just to play the game, especially in a market where most of these live service games are free, and also just the game in general looked bland and uninspiring. Me personally, I didn't think the game looked completely awful, but I can see compared to a game like Overwatch how this game could look bland to some people. Not too long ago, Rocksteady put out Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and that game just being... I don't even know how to describe that game, to be completely honest. The thing is though, you can make a good live service game and have them be successful. One example being the new Marvel Rivals game. I mean, one of the main reasons I'm playing it is that it's Marvel and I love superhero stuff. But the game is also just fun in general. That's another thing that I think is important, is that in today's market, you have to stand out or offer something different from the rest of the competition. Case in point, Marvel Rivals. I guarantee if that game didn't have the Marvel name attached to it, it wouldn't be as successful as it is. Being able to play as your favorite superhero in a 6v6 multiplayer game just sounds way more interesting than playing a game as King Shark shooting a gun at Green Lantern. Another good example of a good live service game is Helldivers 2. The game is basically Starship Troopers, so people are gonna like that. What's interesting about that game is that you have to pay to play it, but the difference between that game and Concord is that there is no other game that can simulate what Helldivers is doing better than Helldivers. This really just goes back to Sony, because you can have a good multiplayer game like Helldivers. Live service games can offer a new and exciting experience that could last you a long time, or a decade if you're GTA 5 Online. But if your game can't offer a new experience that no one else has ever seen before, then maybe don't do it. Another thing that bothers me is that making these live service games in turn kind of just takes away from us getting new single player experiences from these studios. Like, Bend Studios could have been working on a new Days Gone or something else, but they were making a live service game just for it to be cancelled. A studio like Bluepoint, who is known for making awesome remakes of older games, is reduced to making a live service God of War game? First of all, who wants that? And second, even if someone did want that, how would that even work? Like, what's even the blueprint for something like that? We also know Naughty Dog was making a live service game with factions, and that got cancelled too. Insomniac Games was planning on making a live service game called Spider-Man: The Great Web. It just seems like Sony tried to push themselves into a market that, one, they didn't understand, and two, didn't take the time to understand why live service games were popular in general. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about in this video. In the comments section below, what is your take on just the whole live service situation in general? I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm going to go play Marvel Rivals now because that game is addicting as freak. So yeah, bye!